Hello, it is Sunday, June 11th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Sunday puzzle today, and usually that means a Sunday, means a puzzle with a theme, but not today. At least it appears not to be today, unless this is itself somehow a theme, but this looks like a themeless puzzle. So it might be an even longer Sunday solve than usual. That could well be the case. We'll just have to find out. In any case, this unusual themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Noah Bezanson, Madeline Lee, Tom Nemchek, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark, the indomitable Shoalmaster, and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the 6 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They are sustaining this channel, bringing us this series. For that, I'm very appreciative. So thank you to them, to all of the patrons, to you if you are one, or if you have been one. If you'd like to consider supporting the channel, head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field. And there you can get those bonus videos, as well as a benefactor, the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug. All right, it is, do subscribe to the channel, and you can join the Daily Solve Discord chat community. There's a link in the description field to that. So let's get on to the puzzle. It's potentially a very long solve. You never know. And it is extremely hot in the UK right now. And so this ripe's baking in here in this sealed room. And let's not drag this out any longer than we need to. Let's get on with the solve. So this is Words, 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 a Themeless, a presumably themeless Sunday crossword by Sam Ozarski, who is one of the editors of the puzzle department at the New York Times Crossword. I think he is responsible for the daily spelling bee game that the New York Times also publishes. And this is his 40th or 50th puzzle. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving and see. Wow, look at this grid. Interesting. There are quite a few. The answers seem, say, longer than average. Major crop of North Carolina. Call from a tugboat. Call from a tugboat. I mean, I remember I guess this is the case. I remember from sort of children's books and things that tugboats go toot toot. So that could be the case. And I guess they do. I guess I've heard tugboats toot. Major crop of North Carolina could be tobacco then? The Magic on scoreboards, the Orlando Magic. I have heard of them. That's a basketball team, I want to say. Pen pal. Note taker? No. Let's look at these crosses. Some boat crew members. Able seaman? No. Some boat crew members, not sure. Stick in the fridge. I assume it will be something that is a physical stick, but I'm not sure what it is. Banana stick doesn't sound like anything to me. Close by, at hand. I have it at close by, I have it at hand. Data analyst's creation, a chart. A&E docuseries with footage of criminal trials. This does not sound familiar to me. What about this? Pen pal. Right, what was that? Oh, pen. Maybe a sort of, like a pig pen, perhaps. Something mother? I don't know why that would be the case. Doesn't seem likely. Easy trucking distance, a short haul. There we go. Oh, court TV? No. Court. That looks strange. First ever Super Bowl MVP 1967. You won't be surprised to learn I haven't a clue who this is, but the WR, now that I know it's a name, that's actually plausible, whereas I was a bit skeptical before. So it could be, bar or star. Stick in the fridge. Butter, a stick of butter, right. Why didn't I think of that before? So maybe this is star, although tar is a name as well, I suppose. And I just don't have any information about that's going to help me with that. Pen pal. Oh, an author? A co-author. Right, okay. You penned something with somebody else. You wrote it with a co-author. So some boat crew members are double A. Not sure. Prefix meaning time. Chrono. There we go. Bart Star. No idea. Just looks like a name that would fit. Really relish. To really relish something is to sop up. That doesn't work. To soak up doesn't fit. Blank Sound, record label co-founded by Drake. Oh, I'm not sure. Agreement could be not an accord. It could be a agreement. Oh, why do I not see that? Get blank, you two. Get a room, you two. Sort of a stereotypical thing to say to people engaging in public display of affection. Really relish. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Let's keep looking around. This boat crew members thing is strange with these two. Oh, sorry, I spelled tobacco wrong. It's not tea. This is, the reason I spelled it that way is because I have a friend, Doug Tobacco, and it's a name. It's a proper noun. So, I see it often enough that it's in my head, and it is probably to some extent slightly overwritten my understanding of the spelling of tobacco. Sorry about that. So oarsmen or oars women. Some boat crew members, oars women. Yeah, that works. Oars women. Yeah. Okay. So sorry about that. Yeah, you were probably wondering what I was doing there. Okay. And really relish is, don't know, agreement, a word, some kind of word. Expert from the Italian. Not a connoisseur, that would be French. I'm not sure. Oh, a concord is an agreement, though. There we go. So South Florida City to locals. Boca Raton. I think that's probably right. And maybe this is Bart Star. Oh, to really relish is to savor something. Of course, that should have been very obvious. And then Ovo Sound, record label co-founded by Drake. Okay, that doesn't ring a bell to me, but that's fine. It looks like it fits perfectly well. Faced off went. I mean, head to head doesn't fit, and wouldn't anyway because this looks like court. So went to the mat. I think that can mean faced off. We went to the mat, we faced off. Referring to the wrestling mat, I would assume. De-squeaked, oiled. You could oil a hinge to de-squeak it. And take back is ants are to a colony as blank are to a plague. So you have a colony of ants and a plague of what? Locusts? I don't know. Listing of recent phone history. Call log? Yeah, I think that works. Court day? I don't know. I don't know this series. Take back. Draw the line somewhere, say. Foul smell. And status symbol. Elicitors of some blessings. Sneezers. Move on ice. Skate. Or... I mean, went to the mat could be wrong. I don't know. Macbeth's dagger or Desdemona's handkerchief, e.g. An omen? Spanish for wolf. Is it Lupe or something? I mean, it'll be something probably sort of like that. Winner of the pod race in Star Wars Episode 1. I mean, I don't actually specifically remember this, but I assume Anakin won. I remember because I can sort of think of shots of the film where he's in one of those. Industrial conglomerate or its symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. And flower with a face. A pansy? What's a flower with a face? Pal and cowboy speak. Pard for partner? I don't think that's right. Trio in a Latin learner's lesson. Amas. Oh, I don't remember the order because I never learned Latin. Oh. Actually, maybe this isn't what I was thinking. There aren't enough letters for 3 4-letter words. Maybe one of them is only 3. Boy, I'm falling apart here. Nickname that emits Iran. It's not Oberon. What is this? What name emits Iran? Deberon. All I can think of is sillier versions of real names. Macaron. I don't know what I'm doing here. Step outside for a bit. Get some air. There we go. That's something. Court cam. Oh, court camera, court cam. That's probably it. Cicadas. A plague of cicadas. Okay, that's probably the case. Didn't know that was called that. Take back. Maybe this isn't the mat. It looks strange with this. And cicadas seems probably right. Take back. Reclaim. Yes. Okay, it went to the mat. Rather thick. Dim. So you could describe a person as rather thick, a bit dim. Draw the line somewhere, say. Something limit. To have a limit to... yeah, something. What about this? Mont Saint-Michel, France. There we go. What can be a lot to stomach? A lot to stomach. Question mark. So there's some sort of pun here. I'm not sure I know what it is just yet. A cow? Cows have multiple stomachs? Can be a lot to stomach. I don't know that. Oh, cud, maybe. I'm sort of on the cow theme here still. Word before corner or profit. Words before, sorry. Turn a corner, turn a profit. Maybe it must be cud. So serving 2 purposes dual. Okay. So there we go. Like some dense foliage. Shrubby? Why not? Detritus from a hospital. Bone something? I don't know. Bits of bone? It's morbid. Pedicure target. Something nail. Toenail. Right. Okay. Price tag caveat. Buyer beware. Something like as is or Caribbean stew. I think callaloo. Is that right? Am I making this up? I think this is a Caribbean stew, callaloo. Let's look at the crosses. Maybe not. Fortune-telling decks are tarots. Maybe I have some element of this wrong. Nicknamed, Cameron. Right, okay, I don't know why that took me so long. Cam omits the Iran of Cameron. Okay. Pal and cowboy stick. Maybe this is, no. Yeah, I think callaloo must be wrong. What am I thinking of? Pard. Price tag caveat. I'm actually not sure what's going on here. Flower with a face. Maybe it is a pansy. That's what I wanted it to be. Trio in a Latin learner's lesson. Oh, is it amos, amat? Let's see if those work. Make warm and add spice to as wine. Yes, mull. You could mull wine. Turf area. My turf, my area. Garbage disposal spot is the sink. You could have a garbage disposal unit. You could have one of those things that grind the garbage. Yiddish trouble. I'm not sure offhand. Cell phone setting. Silent. You could have your cell phone on silent mode. Satisfy his thirst is to slake your thirst. Detritus from a hospital is not bone. Bio-waste. Right, there we go. You have to dispose of that carefully. And Yiddish trouble is Saurus? That kind of sounds familiar. Is that actually right? Yeah, oh, it is, yes, because then the as-is bit that I mentioned is at the end of this. So price tag caveat is, oh, sold as is. Oh, why did I put P in toenail? Sorry, I just mistyped that. That was silly. Sold as is. So this pal was pard for partner, and I guess this is callaloo. All right, okay. Why did I think that wasn't going to work? It was because I mistyped toenail and put a P. Two misspellings today have caused problems. Oops. I was just about to do it again. Harmful aquatic overgrowth, algal bloom. There we go. And ultimately emerged victorious. One after all, one overall? One the day? Yeah, I mean, it could be. Sharply dressed. You could describe someone as natty if they're sharply dressed. Cleaned up is tidied up. Site of a historic church council. Council of, not Nicaea, Council of Trent. Okay. Burglar in older slang, a yegg. Yeah, believe it or not, that is kind of quaint slang for a burglar, is a yegg. And does that work here? Yes, this is the little O's, the degree symbol. So there we go, degree, abbreviation. And going on extravagant trips as a politician might. What kind of what does that mean specifically in the context of a politician? I'm not sure I get what that's asking me for. Beer brand with a bicycle in its logo. Fat tire. Yes, I can picture that. Cross the line, say. Extends an invitation for. Asks to. Junketing. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I thought of a junket, but I hadn't really thought of it as a verb. I was wondering if it was related to that in some way, but I should have said it out loud, and maybe that would have given me the answer more quickly. So you could have a junket. You could have a political junket or a press junket. Sort of, I don't really know what you'd call it. It's sort of almost sort of a soiree or a function, but for a specific purpose of promoting something, whether it's a kind of political policy or upcoming film or whatever. Campsite. Is it tent? Oh, yes, okay. Campsite, this is site meaning something you see rather than site, a location. So you could see a tent at a camp. Like some chocolate. Oh, this doesn't look right, does it? Does it? I don't think so. Oh, maybe day is incorrect. One, the ultimately emerge victorious. One, like some chocolate. And where drivers might wait in line. Drivers could be golf players driving the golf ball. What else? I don't know. To summarize, in short, one ultimately emerged victorious. One, it really does look like the, but it might not be, I don't know. Root vegetable in Asian cuisine. Chinese radish? No. What kind of radish? What am I thinking of? I want this to be radish. Cross the line. Oh, finish. Cross the line in a race, of course. Make simple with down. Dumbs down. And like some chocolate. Oh, semi-sweet. Right, that is a kind of chocolate. And won the war, ultimately emerged victorious. Okay, fair enough, right. You could say I lost the battle, but won the war, and that conveys this ultimately bit. Eventually, that was the outcome, even if not in the short term. So where drivers might wait in line, a cab stand. So you could have cab drivers, taxi drivers waiting in line in their vehicles. Comp sci, college discipline informally. That's computer science, right? I think in the past I've sometimes referred to this as comparative sciences and been corrected because I was thinking of a, I don't know, different concept, I guess. But no, I think this is computer science. And then Blank Covey, heroine of the hit film and book series To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I don't know, but it looks like Lana or Laura or Lita or I don't know. Turns out there are quite a few women's names that fit this format. Manage just fine. Got by. No, it couldn't be B because that doesn't work here. Ending with taste or trouble. Taste maker, trouble. Yes, taste maker, troublemaker. Those are both phrases. School in Albuquerque. University of New Mexico must be. Albuquerque is a city in New Mexico. Underway. In. Something's underway. It's in or on something. Brew holders, maybe. Moi. So this looks like it's representing the sound of a kiss. And what does that... Usually when we have these brackets here, it means the answer is going to be something nonverbal. What is this? Not sure. More pathetic, something So Laura or Laura Jean. A looks more likely given these letters here. Managed just fine. Did okay. There we go. Underway. Ongoing. Right. More pathetic. What is this radish? Oh, it's annoying that I can't think what it is. Port city in Spain's Basque Country. Port city in Spain's Basque Country. I don't know offhand. Oh, do I? Brew holders, maybe. So brew could be beer, obviously. It could be tea. Cauldrons? Like a witch's brew. Yes. Yes, there we go. So neither tea nor coffee nor beer. Oh, Bilbao? That looks like it could be the answer. Caps lock neighbor tab. Philosopher who wrote Critique of Pure Reason, Kant, Immanuel Kant. Ivy seen among cliffs. Do I know this? I'm not sure. This looks like take back. No, it's not. Beachside watering holes. Tiki bars. There we go. Oh, that's always funny when you can have things that fit the same sort of spaces and are such radically different words. Yes, you could have a tiki bar on the beach. I haven't been to a tiki bar in a while. Let's see. Related to part of the small intestine, iliac. That I do know. Ivy seen among cliffs. What is this? Maybe I don't know it. Doesn't look familiar to me immediately. Marine animal that resembles a flower. This feels like I should absolutely know it, and yet I can't seem to think. Expert from the Italian. Oh, a cognoscenti, or what am I thinking of? Oh, it's annoying that I can't think what this is either. Sorry, I know I keep saying that. I'll stop saying that. It's probably that in itself is probably equally annoying. Not as thick, thinner, thinnish. Thinning, as in your hair. It's not as thick. It's thinning. Snail. Sea snail. Oh, sea. Not as thick. Something ear. Ivy seen among cliffs. This still doesn't look familiar to me. Marine animal that resembles a flower. A sea. I don't know. How in Oaxaca? Como? In Spanish? Shaggy's dog to Shaggy. Oh, Scoob. So this is the character from Scooby-Doo, referred to by his nickname Scoob. Turtle-like foes in the Mario games are Koopas, those little enemies in the Super Mario Brothers games. Oh, skinnier, not as thick, skinnier. Right, okay, that was pretty straightforward. It just didn't... Oh, cognoscenti. Is that what I said before? I can't remember if that's what I said before, if I said something incorrect. But this is, I think, the actual word. Expert from the Italian, cognoscenti. That looks right. Excited cries, ooze. Present, I'm here. Group with barrels, OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. And doesn't hide anything, bears all. So, Cornell, ivy seen among cliffs. Okay, yeah, I don't think I recognize that. Oh, sea lily. Okay, I have heard of that. And guard is a sentry. Kerfuffle is a stir, sort of a to-do, kind of a stir, dust up or something. Poetic contraction, tis, a contraction of it is, often seen in poetry. And one-time Ringling Brothers employee. A fakir? I'm not sure if that's what this is. Is this looking for a name, a person's name, or is it looking for a kind of, category of person or role? I'm not sure. Neighbors of Afghans. F doesn't look right to me for that. Maybe that's wrong. Boxy window installation in brief. I'm not sure. Lead into puncture, acupuncture. Does that help with this? Boxy window installation. An AC unit. Yes, you could have an air conditioning, big boxy air conditioning unit mounted inside of a window. So one time, really, it just still looks like it could be that, doesn't it? Requirement. No, that's not going to start with a K. Requirement is a... I don't know. What about this? Joker's catchphrase. Just kidding? Is that a catchphrase of someone who's a joker, I guess? Yeah. I guess that's true. Oh, Tajiks, from people from Tajikistan. That is fairly confident that's correct. So what is this? Oh, a tamer, like a lion's tamer. Oh, okay. So cognoscenti with an E. Okay. And then requirement is a must do? Yeah, that looks right. Wouldn't the E make this plural? Am I wrong about that? Anyway, I don't know. 101 is introductory. An intro class, an introductory class. Yes, you could have, I don't know, biology 101 or something like that. Snare is a trap. Former New York City Mayor Ed Koch, who's a former mayor of New York City. And minor players are kid actors. All right, I see. Minor players with a question mark indicating that one of these words is being used in a punny sort of way. So minor doesn't mean, this isn't referring to the minor leagues or a kind of small role in a film. It refers to a player, an actor in a film or play who is a minor, who's not of age. All right, modern-day anti-violence slogan, stop hate. Authoritative pronouncements, dicta, so plural of dictum. And then root vegetable. Oh, daikon radish. Why didn't I think of that? That is the root vegetable in Asian cuisine, daikon radish. There we go. Pathetic bunch is a sad lot, you could call a group of people. More pathetic is sorrier. You could have that sorry, sad lot. They could be the same people. And is this such a good idea, you might ask? Do I dare finish this crossword? And moi is an air kiss. Oh, right, okay, there we go. So this isn't making another sort of sound of the air kiss, it's describing the air kiss. All right. So draw the line somewhere. Set a limit. Why didn't I think of that before? Faced off. Went to... Oh, maybe this isn't right. Put a limit? Went toe-to-toe. Right, it is set a limit. Sorry, I just didn't see that. Okay. So went toe-to-toe. There we go. And a foul smell is a bad odor, maybe? Status symbol is something tag. It cares for coronavirus aid, relief, and economic security, e.g., a something act or a law or an acronym or a name. I'm clearly not thinking on the right path here. White House daughter whom the Secret Service called Rosebud. Sasha Obama? That must be. Status symbol is something tag. Elicitors of some blessings. A choose. Oh, right. Okay. It sort of was sneezers, like I was saying before, but I mean, I was on the right subject, but I didn't have the right particular concept. Move on ice. Oh, it is to skate. Why didn't I think that was right before? It's because I had something else and went toe to toe. That's why. This looks like backhands. Oh, no, it's not right. It's this thing again. It's not backhands. It's backronym. Yes, that's incredibly common in U.S. legislation. This kind of thing is actually not allowed in the naming of UK legislation, but you get it a lot in U.S. legislation where you sort of come up with a good sounding name for your law and then you kind of make it fit, like the Patriot Act, that kind of thing. Status symbol is something, and Macbeth's dagger or Desdemona's handkerchief is a prop. Oh, it's as simple as that. Is it? Is it as simple as a prop? Flower whose name sounds like a branding iron. Red hot poker. Red hot poker. Is that a flower? Okay, I don't know that flower. It does sound like a branding iron. Red hot poker. I'm sure that's what it was intended to evoke. And status symbol is a hashtag. I see. So why is it a status symbol? Hashtag. Status. Is it because you would tag a post with a hashtag to indicate? I don't quite get it. Someone else is going to have to explain that to me. But it's clearly the answer. Is already booked. Has paid. Has place. Spanish for wolf. Oh, lobo. Right, of course. Well, yeah, it didn't come to mind before, but of course that's correct. Is already booked. Has place in a show or something. Team scene in Queens, in brief. New York Mets. Has plans, of course. I'm already booked. I have plans. There we go. And a know-it-all is a smarmy sort of person. And then, or a smarty is a know-it-all. And then industrial conglomerate, or its symbol in the New York Stock Exchange, is ITT. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that, but couldn't tell you exactly what they do. I guess they're an industrial conglomerate. Anyway, is that the answer? No, it's not. Okay. So I have something else wrong. I'm going to have to run through the puzzle. If this takes too long, I'll edit out my boring scrolling through the puzzle, but let's try and figure out what I've done. Bart Starr, I have to assume that's correct. Okay, I had to go through the entire crosses, didn't see anything. I realized I misspelled iliac, which means I also misspelled Cornell, which isn't a big surprise because it didn't come to mind to me at all. So is this going to be it, please? Yes, okay. There we go. Oof. Well, I added several minutes to the solve time, I think. Anyway, there we have it. Our big Sunday themeless grid that tripped me up at the very end. My third time was a charm in terms of ruining the puzzle for me and my own personal solve. In terms of misspellings, which I did repeatedly throughout this big grid. Anyway, there we have it. A large Sunday themeless puzzle. Unusual. We think this is maybe only the second or third themeless Sunday we've had since I started doing this series, which I think has now been more than 2 years, which is sort of shocking. And there we have it. Lots of relatively long answers. We actually have very few short ones. I mean, we had these 4 3-letter answers. Is that? No, and then 2 more, but not very many. I mean, for such a big puzzle, it was really filled with fairly substantial answers. It's actually kind of impressive as a construction, but it was a lot to solve. It was quite a lot to solve. So there we have it. Hope you enjoyed it. I actually didn't set aside clues from yesterday's puzzle because I figured this was going to take a particularly long time today. And so that is the puzzle. That's the Sunday crossword. Hope you enjoyed Words, 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 a Themeless. And I'll be back tomorrow with a puzzle that differs from this almost as much as is possible. It will have a theme, it will be much smaller, and it will be the easiest as it comes in each week. So join me for that Monday crossword. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.